Tibet is the world's highest plateau, which is surrounded by Himalayan range in the south, Karakorum Range in the west, and Kunlun Mountain in the north. Tibet is taken as a unique land because of its climate, height, and geographical structure. It has so many high mountains, and it is also the source of many rivers like Brahmaputra, Indus, Ganges, Mekhang, Yanje, Whang-ho, and so on. Kailash Mountain is the sacred place for the Hindu people. Thousands of Hindu pilgrims from India and other parts of the world visit Kailash Mountain and Manasarovar Lake each year. Most of the pilgrims travel to the Chinese autonomous region of Tibet via Nepal's route because it is the shortest and the easiest. In this group are members of Hindu community comprising of Indian nationalities from California, New York, and from other states of USA, and an Indian national as well. All these group members have completed their journey and homage to holy Mount Kailash, sacred Lake Manasarovar, arrived in Kathmandu on the 13th of June 2013 to go on a pilgrimage to Mount Kailash. Now, it's time to start the journey to Kailash from Hotel Radisson after breakfast in the morning. All the travelers are boarding the bus. After 2 hours, the pilgrims reach 0 km of Kavre Planchok district and take rest for some time. Then they move to Dolalgat Bazaar, where they cross the bridge and continue traveling along the Bhote Koshi River and reach Barabise Bazaar. Thereafter they reach Tatopani Bazaar. On the way from Tatopani Bazaar to Miteri Bridge, there is a beautiful spring. Now the travelers arrive at Liping. There is a bus park here. It is already 10 a.m., so they take lunch. After all immigration formalities are complete, the pilgrims walk ahead, reach Nepal Friendship Bridge, and cross half of the bridge. Tibetan security checks passports, visa paper one by one, and then only the travelers are given entry to Tibet. The journey on the jeep is very exciting. Now the team arrives at Zhangmu Bazaar. This bazaar is known as Khasa Bazaar in Nepali. The team stops here for some time. While moving ahead towards Nyalam Bazaar from Zhangmu, the team can admire some springs, enjoy a peaceful environment and observe green forests, waterfalls and so on. The travelers reach Nyalam in a single day. They need to spend 2 nights here. In the morning of the second day in Nyalam, after breakfast, the travelers take note of the scenic landscapes without having any problems of high altitude sickness as they climb up from Nyalam Bazaar. This journey takes about 2 hours. Upon completion of the journey on the hill, people are identified whether they are affected by high altitude sickness or not. As they reach the top of the hill, staying there for about half an hour, they climb down to Nyalam. The city which the team is presently looking at from the hill is Nyalam. On the third day, the team continues with the journey from Nyalam to Dongba. Team now arrives at Yalung La Pass, 5,050 meters, from where white mountains can be seen, and below that there are desert-like naked but very attractive hills. Here is a big gate that welcomes all. It is decorated with colorful flags, and from here mountains like Gauri Shankar are clearly seen. Watching Yalung La Pass for a while, the team moves ahead, and before reaching at today's destination, the team is at Piku Chu Lake. After watching the Piku Chu Lake, the team drives for half an hour on the gravel road and reaches Nunilo Tal, Salty Lake. The team also sees the holy Brahmaputra river. Then the team arrives at Saga Bazaar. Today's journey for 6 hours from Nyalam to Dongba. This bazaar has many facilities such as electricity, telephone, hotels, etc. Some pilgrims rest on their own respective rooms, and some others help Nepali cooks prepare food. The team starts the journey towards Manasarovar Lake. On the way, one can see heaps of sand, grazing sheep, goats, and yaks. The travelers are busy taking photos. And the team reaches Horchu near the holy lake Manasarovar Hills. And from here the circumambulation of the Manasarovar Lake begins. This Manasarovar Lake circumambulation is 102 kilometers in distance. In order to circumambulate the Manasarovar lake, the team stays at Chiu Monastery. The remaining part of Manasarovar is circumambulated only after the Kailash Parbat. The team reaches Chiu Monastery after 2 hours of driving. The lodges and mud-built guest houses are available here. The team also selects one, and this is its guest house. According to the local people, it takes 3 days to circumambulate for local residents, but it takes 5 to 7 days for the tourists or pilgrims on foot. The lake is the most sacred among Hindus. It is also a must-visit place for Hindus due to its sacredness. Hindu scriptures reveal that a Hindu must visit this place once in a lifetime. The travelers stay at a place known as Manas, meaning mind or consciousness. So, Manasarovar Lake is known as the Lake of Consciousness and Knowledge as well. This lake is located at an altitude of 4,500 meters, as we said already, from the sea level. This lake is connected with a deep religious and spiritual relationship and is very significant for both Hindu and Buddhist followers. It is a religious belief that if one goes around the lake and bathes in its sacred water, he or she will be pure, with all sins and diseases washed away from the body. Likewise, it's believed that people can get their youth and energy back by means of bathing in its holy water. As described in the Ramayana, it is said that a person who goes round the Manasarovar lake and bathes in its holy waters goes directly to heaven. Similarly, it is written that the person who drinks the water of this lake recognizes the Shivalok, the palace of Lord Shiva. According to an Hindu traditional legend, it is believed that Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati take bath every night from 2 a.m. till 4 a.m. It is said that pilgrims who stay at this place at night can watch both the divinities in full moon. The next day in the morning, the pilgrims are traveling to Manasarovar Lake in a jeep from hotel. Some take a dip in the lake, some are simply bathing, and others are offering money there. The team is preparing for worship now. The travelers take rest for a while after lunch. Pilgrims now are heading towards Darchen. Darchen is 40 kilometers away from the Manasarovar lake and it takes an hour by jeep. Darchen is known as the Golden City, located at the foot of Kailash Parbat. Today the team is preparing for the Kailash Circuit Tour, Kora. The entire team of pilgrims is heading towards Yam Dwar. It takes about 20 minutes for the jeep to reach there. It lies at the distance of 5 kilometers. This place is also known as Tarboche. At Yam Dwar, all the pilgrims are offering prayers to Lord Shiva. Then the pilgrims go round the Yam Dwar 3 times. According to Hindu religion, this place is called Yam Dwar, gate of the god of death, and sneaking in and coming out or encircling it are done. From here, physically disabled pilgrims offer their prayers to the Kailash Parbat from a safe distance. The jeep moves ahead towards Ser Song, from where the journey on foot to Kailash Parbat begins. This road is somehow busy with pilgrims, horses, local porters, yaks and Nepali workers. The sacred Kailash Parbat is located at a height of 6,740 meters from the sea level. This is the place where 4 different schools of religions gather in number of thousands each year. Kailash Parbat is supposed to be the central part of the world and origin of the world, before the origin of Hinduism, Jainism and Buddhism. Kailash Parbat is glorified in the holy books like Ramayana and Mahabharata. According to the ancient Asian stories, the civilization is incomplete without the description of the Kailash Parbat. This religious Parbat extends from Brahmaputra in the east to Karakorum in the west. Different religious groups like Shaiva, Hindu, Buddha, Jain and Bonpo are respecting Kailash equally, though they explain it differently. In the Shaiva and Buddha traditional literature, Kailash is described as part of Sumeru, which is supposed to be the center of the world. Buddhists respect it in the name of Kangrim Poche. Buddhists have accepted the Kailash and Manasarovar as a great natural mandala. Mandala for them means respect and salvations. Jains believe it in Aspada. The founding father of this religion, Rishabdev, had derived spiritual salvation at the same place. There are various logics to claim that this Parbat is being sacred. The Parbat is located in isolation. This Parbat is the source of big rivers of Asia from all 4 directions. The main rivers that have originated in this area are Yarlung, Zhangmu, Brahmaputra, Satluj, Indus and Karnali. The circuit tour of Kailash is 53 kilometers long. There is a belief that if one goes around the Kailash Parbat for 108 times, they directly get nirvana. It is also said that a person who moves around Nandi once equals moving around the Kailash Parbat for 13 times. The team starts its journey for 3 days from Ser Song. Essential commodities are transported on yaks, porters and horses. Those who cannot walk can ride on horses as well.
I'm coming.
After a 3-hour-long walking distance along the riverside road, the travelers stop for lunch. Kailash Parbat is clearly seen from here. Below the Kailash Parbat, one can see a big stone in the shape of an elephant. It is believed that god Indra rides on it. After 2 hours of long walk, the team reaches Dera Puk. It is a monastery situated at the edge of a river. The name of this place comes from the monastery itself. This monastery is located at the height of 4,900 meters from the sea level. The scene of Kailash Parvat from here is like heaven. Hundreds of pilgrims arrived at Der Puk from Sersong, riding on horses or on foot. Today the team is scheduled to go to Dolmala or Dormal Pass. After 1.5 hour walk from Dera Puk, the team arrives at Shivasthal. Here, people can offer old clothes. This scene is of Dormala Pass. It is situated at a height of 5,636 meters from the sea level. This is the tallest and the most exciting part of the journey. In this pass, people may suffer from headache and vomiting, but it becomes normal when climbed down. Sometimes this area is dangerous during storm and snowfall. So it is much wiser to start the journey easily in the morning. After getting down for 10 minutes, one can see Gauri Kunda. According to one legend, Lord Shiva is believed to have taken bath here, together with his consort Parvati. This lake is believed to be their bathing pond. The pilgrims reach Sapchedatok. This place has Jutulpuk Monastery. People generally spend one night in this place before leaving for Darchen and Chiu Monastery near Manasarovar Lake. The team arrives at Chongdo in the next morning after a 3-hour walk. In this way, the 3-day Kailash round is completed. Having lunch at Darchen, the team now travels towards Manasarovar Lake. The next day, the travelers return to Kathmandu via Chiu Monastery. Watching the beautiful scenic view of rivers, springs, rainwater, etc. The team arrives back in Kathmandu from Nyalam in a single day. The management of this exclusive divine pilgrimage to Kailash Parvat was done by the Monterasa Treks and Expedition Private Limited. This company is always hopeful of your pilgrimage and even in your geological interests in the form of mountaineering adventures. Om Namo Shivaya.